Hey guys doing? My name is Michael Minds. I have this idea for a movie. I'm gonna tell you guys it right now. Pretty much pitch it to you. So, here we go with the Katarian versus Kasarian. Basically, Green Mayhem, Blue Joker. You guys may know him better is Voodoo Joker and Sand Doctor Joker, right? And Max Power, every character I've created over the years in the Kasarian versus Kasarian War, Kasarian versus Katarian War, right? Series, right? Basically in a movie. So let me pitch this to you. How I'd pitch it is a movie, right? They fly to Earth. The dinosaurs die. Right? There was the law at the end of the dinosaurs. And several decades later, right? Humans land on Earth. The humans is already here. Right? So we have Green Mayhem, we have Anti-Vigilante, we have Trap, we have Dr. Kuzar Trap, or as I like to call him, Dr. Cheese Jaw. He's one of the many villains. We have Anti-Vigilante, we have Vigilante, right? They all land here on Earth, right? Then they separate. They go their different ways. Green Mayhem makes his money from trying to make Katarian and Kasarian laws, make Kasarians and Katarians get along. That's near impossible. That's the reason the war begins. That's the reason that he has to fight his brothers, fight his cousins, fight people, And then years later, Blue Joker comes in. Blue Joker is none other than a person who is born from a human and a Katarian. Many people say that he is Green Mayhem, Charlie Mayhem's son, but nobody knows for sure. Because he has similar powers to Charlie Mayhem, and nobody else has similar powers to Charlie Mayhem except the main core. Right? When Max Power comes in, his powers are pretty much this. He can manipulate other people's powers. He has vampire powers. He has pretty much you name it. He has every type of Katarian and Kasarian powers you can think of. But his powers come from when he generates tattoos. Not any type of tribal tattoos. Katarian and Kasarian tattoos. Some that say, like, power of Katarian, some say power of Kasarian, some say different things. Like the Blue War, which means, Blue War, Blue Joker. Yep, that's where he got his name from. He seen Blue War and he seen Joker, so he took the two and was like, boom. 55 years after the war ended. Blue War was the war of the Katarian versus Kasarian was the same time as World War II, and World War I, and the Civil War, and all the other wars. Because the war went on for years and years, and the war had some spits and splats. Here was the spits and splats. Years later, right, Trapjaw. People didn't like him for the stuff he did, but that's right, Dr. Cheese Trap Jaw pretty much was trying to work with his brother Charlie Mayhem. But he realized he couldn't do that, so he started doing bad things. He started his own group. He started breaking into banks. He started stealing loads of money from banks. He's just, He made his own gang. he made the gang the Gargoyle Gang. He changed his name to pretty much Mr. Gargoyle, because he didn't want to be confronted with being related to his brother. Now, one of the brothers died years later. Orange Mayhem. He died from the landing, or so people thought. He actually died from a hanging, from a green rope. A green and orange rope quotes the name Orange Mayhem. People realized that he had Katarian blood, and they hung him. Now, right? Now you know the basics of the story, right? You got the gangs, you got the groups, right? Max Payne lands from the other rock. He's Kasarian. At this time, people was working. Green Mayhem was working with the laws was already made. If you broke a law, you would go to jail for a maximum amount of time, anywhere from 30 days to for a year, up to 10 years, pretty much like a regular jail. It mattered the crime you did. But Kasarians could get life a lot faster. So could Katarians. Max learned that the hard way. Green Mayhem, seeing something in him, is the reason he didn't give him life. Let's just say he punched Mayhem in the face, and for some weird reason, he liked what he did. He liked the way he did it. He punched him in the face, right? But that isn't how the story ends. He punched him in the face, but at the same time, he was trying to find his dad, who is Orange Mayhem. See where this goes? He thinks that Charlie Mayhem is the one who killed his brother, which is his dad, but realizing that isn't the case, and it was somebody else. The reason the Katarian and Kazarian war all started was Mr. Gargoyle.